we agree, not only in Kenya but worldwide, but there are tangible things that has happened. For instance, construction of 400 markets, where Kipipiri is one of the beneficiaries of Geta Market and Wajoi Market. This is a big deal because women and even those who are in market can do their business even when the weather is harsh, with the hotspot and in an environment that has never been experienced there before. Honorable Speaker, on matters of education, when I first got elected, I did an educational audit in Kipipiri because I was worried why my constituency was performing so pathetically. Students were scoring E's, and the rate at which we were getting the performance going down was amazing. Honorable Speaker, I found we had a shortage of more than 200 teachers by employment of more than 56,000 teachers by Kenya Kwanza government. Kipipiri and many other constituencies have already closed that gap, and I can confirm that personally we have sealed the gap with over 50%. This is also a big deal because when you trickle down, a student who could have gotten very bad marks and probably her life doesn't match the expectation, the student is already rescued. Honorable Speaker, as I sit as a chair of regional integration on matters of international obligation, Kenya continue to pride itself on the international arena, and I can confirm even at East African region, where we do remittance every year, Kenya is counted as always #1 in upholding its obligation. Honorable Speaker, I will not want to say much, but in terms of deaths that are in this country, which we all know where they originated from, I think it is time now the East African community sit seriously with the serious time frame, and though they have already given time frame of 2030, maybe consider to bring forward the time frame and we start thinking of our own East African shilling. This will be a big deal again because we shall get debts, if any, with our own shilling. Otherwise, the debt that has continued to escalate, and those who are opposers of goodwill sometimes have tried to show like the government has continued to take more loans, and it is simply because the dollar has been rising. So could we have our own shilling? Then we take loans or debts with our own shilling, we will be very, very much safe. As I conclude, and as I support this report, this speech, Honorable Speaker, I cannot fail to tell my president and the Kenya Kwanza government that this speech misses a very crucial item. It misses inclusion of persons with disability. Honorable Speaker, this speech is an indication of what happened for the last 1 year. In matters of education, thousands of teachers were employed. On matters of health, universal health care was covered, and so on and so on. So, as we discuss this speech, what has happened to the persons with disability community? I think it is time this country become very intentional on matters of persons with disability. If it is education, we need an inclusive education system, because, Honorable Speaker, mothers and even guardians of children with disability and relatives are suffering. Even employment, it is not there, and even when the employment is there, the caregivers choose between the job and between the giving care of their own persons. So in future, believing that every minister do give their performance, I urge the ministry in charge of persons with disability to also give what is expected, what has happened. We need devices for these people. We need system of education to be looked upon, and many other avenues. Honorable Speaker, with that,
the next chance to the member of for Kituto Rural, Honorable David Mboni.
Madam, is Kituto, not Kituto. Madam Speaker, let me also say a few things about this speech. I will not say that it was a very bad speech, but mostly is a proposal going forward. Madam Speaker, what I'll say is that what I want to comment is